The TicWatch Pro 5 has some amazing hardware, but it's kind of in a weird position right now. Should you really buy it or should you really not buy it? The software isn't quite the best. There's really not much support for it. Is the TicWatch Pro 5 really worth it in 2024? Hey, it's V. Let's get started. This video I had a different idea with. I'm really just freeballing my thoughts about the smartwatch. The TicWatch Pro 5 can be picked up for around $350. Granted, it is a smaller company. They do have some very good things about this watch. I believe the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 or 6 is the main competition for the TicWatch Pro 5. It has some very good hardware. It doesn't really have much in the way of software. They do have a bad track record with updates. Ask anyone with the TicWatch Pro 3. With the 3.0 update, the TicWatch Pro 3 did not receive that, but owners never received it. It's been about a year or so now, and they still have not received the update. So within the last year or two of owning your expensive Android Wear smartwatch, it's pretty much dead already. A lot of people are very hesitant to pick up the TicWatch Pro 5 just because of what happened to the third one. When Android Wear 4 or 5 comes out, will the TicWatch Pro 5 really get the software update? Because they are a hardware company, their main revenue is selling hardware, so they're more likely to push better watches down the road than updating their smartwatches. Like, that was one issue Samsung had like 10 years ago. They were very bad with software updates for their phones. After a period of time, Samsung really upped their game. Hands down, Samsung is one of the best companies when it comes to software updates. Don't get me wrong, the TicWatch Pro 5 has some amazing hardware. They are one of the only ones with the Qualcomm chipset. They have that dual layer screen. Like, with this watch, I got about 3 days for a full charge. This watch excels at battery life. Even after using the Apple Watch Ultra, granted that battery life is decent, but the TicWatch Pro 5 is 100 times better. Even going from 0 to 100, it only took about maybe an hour for a full charge. Overall, I was really impressed by the hardware. The battery life was really good. Software is kind of non-existent. That's still one major weakness with the Android Wear. Google really needs to figure out their watch game. Years ago, Android Wear was terrible. It's still not at the level of like what Apple has. The Apple Watch flows nice with all the other devices. Like, that's one issue Google has with their ecosystem, because there are so many different companies out there, each with different software, different tweaks. It doesn't always play nicely with each other. I have used Android Wear smartwatches with my iPhone throughout the years, and the TicWatch Pro 5 is not compatible with any iPhones. It's just how it is. You also do not have Google Voice, which that can be a major drawback for some people. There are a couple workarounds with that, but at the end of the day, Android Wear isn't quite there yet. It's come a long way. On top of that, with the TicWatch Pro 5 being a very small company, you will not get all of the latest software updates. So that $300 smartwatch you picked up might become obsolete within a year or two when they come out with the 6th one, the 7th one. If you're looking to pick up a smartwatch today, honestly, Samsung Galaxy is the way to go. That rotating bezel is hands down the best. Interacting with your smartwatch, having that rotating bezel is really that good. Samsung makes amazing smartwatches. If I were to switch back to Android full time, I would get the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, I think. I believe it's the 47mm with the rotating bezel. That is the best of the best when it comes to Android. Granted, it is big, but for myself, I like that. Even when it comes to accessories for the TicWatch Pro 5, there's really not many out there. I do like the user replaceable watch bands. Those are very nice. The original TicWatch Pro 3 used 22mm for their watch bands. With the Pro 5, they switched to 24mm. You can still technically use the 22mm. You have to get an adapter with that, and it looks kind of awkward. The original watch band that came with the TicWatch Pro 5 is just ass. You have a premium smartwatch, and the band just feels cheap. It's made from cheap plastic. I did pick up a couple watch bands I did like for it. I'm really a fan of the magnetic ones. Also, it uses its own weird charging charging system, and to charge the TicWatch Pro 5 is kind of stationary to its own ecosystem. It does charge really quick. You don't really have to leave it on the charger long. It uses those 3 pins. I'm really all about docks, but I really looked on the internet for a dock. There's only really one dock I've seen. Like, it feels cheap, it will work, but it's not that great. You really have to hunt to find some. I believe I paid about $10 for it, but like the level of quality compared to like Logitech or Banks or anyone else leaves a lot to be desired. Like compared to like Logitech, Banks, Patika, Moft, there's really nothing out there for this watch series. Don't get me wrong, I am all about competition because the more players in the game can always be better. Consumers vote with their wallet. With the TicWatch Pro 5, you're paying a premium price for premium hardware. It is a fantastic smartwatch. It has really good hardware. It has really good battery life. The software updates can be hit or miss down the road. There are a handful of watch bands out there for it, but there's really not a whole lot. I'm more of an accessory man myself, so for the price you pay for it, you're better off paying a few dollars more and picking up the Galaxy Watch Pro 6, I think. That's the closest thing to this, and it still gets very good battery life. The hardware is very comparable. You're given Google Voice. Samsung has a better track record with updates. I've used Galaxy watches with my iPhones in the past, and I can't do that with the TicWatch Pro 5. Their health app for pairing is not the best. It's not a good user experience. If you're looking to pick up an Android Wear smartwatch and you want the best of the best, stick with Samsung. Granted, the TicWatch Pro 5 is very nice. Grab one from Samsung. It will last longer, better software updates, and more accessories for watch bands, charging cradles, and a better ecosystem overall. So like always, it's V, stay classy.